Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are talking about the sort of preps every prepper should have, but have in abundance. And we're not talking, obviously, as you can see, we're not talking about the food, but we are talking about other things that we should have as a prepper, but in quantities that are just more than one. So I'm gonna start with, guys, is tapes, okay? And there's many reasons why you would have a tape, but in this selection here, I have basically a duct tape and a foil tape. I will do another video, guys, which you keep asking me, or many of you have been emailing and asking to do, is a video on preparing for an unpleasant situation of if the fallout arrives. I'm not gonna say anyway. Basically, yes, tape. Tape is a key, guys. Obviously, you can use tape for many things. We use tape in a household for the draft exclusion because we do have a lot of winds and strong winds. And unfortunately, with the price of electricity things, we choose to basically tape our windows shut. You can use the foil tape, which is basically like an aluminium foil with just a sticky back to it. And of course, the gaffer tape, which is a really strong, and it's got quite good resistance to basically chemicals. So anyway, I'm moving on. Sorry, tape. And if you think, why do you need so much tape? Well, for example, again, if we're talking about taping up a window or a patio doors, you need a lot of tape. So if you think whether the roll of tape is enough, by the time you've done sort of one window and maybe a door, it's finished. And if you have a house, you've got obviously multiple entrances of, well, multiple doors, multiple windows, you do need quite a lot of them. They do come in different shapes and sizes. You have the thicker ones, which I absolutely love. They're not potentially the cheapest, but they are used in a lot of cases for waterproofing and airproofing certain things in the plumbing and flooring. So basically they are all around winner. So it's really, really good thing to have. Okay, next thing, guys, let's talk about batteries, right? Because they're right there anyway. Is stocking up on batteries. I only got the selection of the common size here, the AA's, but we have obviously the selection of different batteries, but they have to be for something that you use. So if you imagine all your torches or your little lanterns, if they're not solar chargeable, obviously you need the batteries. So make sure you stock the batteries that are suitable for the products that you need. And if you buy them, you buy the proper, trying to buy the best brand that you can, and have a look at the dates, because a lot of batteries do last about 10 years. That's what's written on, obviously, in the packet, and chances are they'll probably be still okay a few years after, just might be not as efficient. So definitely batteries, have them in big quantities. Of course, guys, you can have the rechargeable batteries. That's kind of a good idea, but we're talking about if the grid is down, or if there's no electricity, unless you have a solar charger to charge the batteries, then those kind of things are absolutely must for your torches and for the other little things that require batteries. Okay, as we were talking about torches and lanterns, let's talk about lanterns and torches, right? So have few, guys, because they come in many shapes and sizes, and we love those, the hero beam ones. I love it. The pull out ones, they're great. They have like magnet bases there, so you can sort of magnet them to whatever you basically want to. You've got the little flashy lights, you've got red lights, you can do the SOS lights. We have them in, believe it or not, in the bedside drawers. Yes, we do. Because they're just really handy. They just take basically no power. The batteries, we had some that have been sitting there, and we've been using this in in the evenings sometimes when we're watching TV or something, just put it on in a corner, and they do last you for quite a while. So they are a really good thing to have. We also have like wind-up torches. That's a kind of really, really good thing to have because literally they don't require any batteries. They're basically like a crank type thing, and they're not as bright. By all means, they're not as bright as any other things, but they are there, and when you don't need the batteries, it's kind of a good, really handy thing to have. We only have, I think, couple. If something else, I would like to probably have more of them, but here we are. And then I've probably showed you this one before and some other ones. This is the head torch thing. It's got like a sensor on it when you turn it on, and it's uber bright, and it's again really helpful for different sort of situations. Okay, moving on to, guys, is oh yeah, I'm not going to show you that one. I did again feature that in one of the videos before. This one is a fan and a light, and it's rechargeable. It's got the battery pack inside already. It's got a little hook so you can hang it up, and it's uber bright. If I'm going to turn it on, it's literally super bright, which is quite good. And you got a fan, so it's really good. I love it. Love it. And it's actually, you're thinking like fan from a tiny little torch thingy like this, it'd be rubbish, but it actually blows pretty good. So anyway, next thing is the gas things. It's like I mentioned before, guys, if you've got the barbecues, if you've got your other outdoor cooking things, stock up on the big bottles of gas whilst you can. Also things like the butane and propane, the little gas things, they have increased in price by quite a bit. It's basically from the last time I did a video, which was I think 2 months ago, things gone up by, I think some of them like about 20%. It's things like little gases. I've got a whole selection. It's all dependent because we have a multiples of a cooking instruments, if you wish. Oh, this one's escaping. Obviously get them the ones that you need to fit your machine or your whatever you're cooking on, but have a lot of them. They don't last that long. So if we're stocking up for sort of the tough times, and obviously we're all stocking up for different reasons, different things, but when you're stocking up the gas, just you have to have a lot of them if you want to be able to sort of have your warm meals. So I'll put them aside. Oh, also like chafing fuels, guys. I've got a lot of chafing fuels. I'm not taking like the whole boxes out because I don't have enough room to show you, but anything that you can use to create yourself some heat and to be able to like warm yourself up or cook your food is basically worth having in big quantities. Because let's be frank, guys, you know, I can get like pack of 4 of those to put into my little camping gas cooker, but it might last me a month depending on how much I cook, but it's just not a lot if we are stocking up for long-term issues. Okay, right, so next thing I will mention this because they are here is power banks. And excuse me, power banks is a brilliant thing to have. Yes, of course you have to charge them. Yes, you need the power to charge them up. Again, if you've got a solar charger, that's even better. You can buy the power banks. They actually have a solar battery, so you can put them outside and they'll charge them. They are great, to what I read. We don't have any. I would like to buy them. They are becoming even more increasingly expensive. I think last time I looked, we're looking about £40 for one of the power banks, and it's kind of a lot if you want to have a few, but I think they're a good investment, and we are going to be buying one hopefully very, very soon. Okay, right, next thing again is emergency blankets. They are basically a foil, like aluminium foil blanket, and there are many reasons why you want to use this outside the fact, of course, to keep your heat. They basically make you, sorry, you're stuck then, retain your heat when you're outside, so you can use them for other things. And one of the things that would be bringing this into the different video is to use them to tape your windows. There's many research shown that you can save heating by putting a foil on your windows. Again, if you really want to do this or if you choose to do this, but it's got obviously other properties of being covering the windows in terms of an emergency with certain war situations as you wish. Again, I'll cover this later, but emergency blankets, they're currently still very cheap. I think I paid £8 for about 12 of them. It's good enough to have them in your vehicles, and it's good enough to have them like in the room of the house because they will serve you a lot of purpose. Okay, next things, guys, I have here just for the display for the video is the paracords and bungee cords. Is basically the more the merrier. You'd be surprised how much use you can find. We had the bungee cords for ages. We've been buying them anyway, and you think, oh, where do you need that? But you know what? The weird things, like we have a gazebo, one of our little tie-up things like flew away from the gazebo, so sometimes it's really, really windy. We'll go around and we use those kind of things to tie up the curtains so they don't blow the whole gazebo away. Anyway, it's like stupid example, but do you see what I'm saying? There's things out there that you might require them for, especially when the SHTF situation. Those things are great. And the paracord is basically like a super strong shoelace, if you wish, and they're indestructible. We have them in many sizes. We have like sizes of the things that Laurie used to tug and stuff, thick ones, like they pull tons. Anything you can get your hands on is a good thing to have. Anyway, right. Also, I'm mentioning it is the lighters and lighting fuel and matches. Anything that basically to get your fire going. Yes, of course, we have a fire starters, but again, I still choose to be able to have matches because, as I keep mentioning, guys, when we're stocking up for any situation really we're preparing, I like to have the options, more than one options to solve the specific situation. So yes, of course, lighters are better than matches, but I still want to have matches. It's just my thing that I still want to have a selection of things just in case. Lighters, lighting fluid, we bought ages ago It's about 50 lighters. We paid like £8. I've no idea what they're worth now. Probably quite a lot more, but they've been sitting in our cupboard. We use some for the candles, and it's just a handy thing to have. It just gives me that peace of mind that yes, they do eventually probably, I don't know, lose their, sorry, I got stuck in there. Anyway, yes, it's a good thing to have, and lighting fuel as well. As long as you can, guys, keep them in a cool place, somewhere in a dark, cool place, so they don't, because obviously it is like a flammable material. So, and also I wanted to show you, I couldn't find one last time I did the video. It is the electric lighter, so basically light up the candles. So it's got like two mechanisms. It sparks the little thing, and yes, it is rechargeable, so you have to charge it through and have to gain power. However, it is pretty much indestructible, and it's like, they're not cheap. I think again they're about £40, but I love it. When you go down like the candles, you know, the Yankee candles are really tall. Sometimes when you get to the bottom, yes, we have the long lighter, but you sort of tilt in and the flame goes, and it kind of just, it doesn't always work so well. Those things work really well for those candles. So anyway, this is why I love it. Okay, so I have here candles, because I mentioned candles is one of the things, again, having in multiples. And I showed you before, guys, I have tons and tons of candles that to use as a lighting thing for your house, absolutely. But also I have a lot of little tea lights, because we've been doing some tests, and basically in a situation, again, if you don't have a gas, if you run out of gas, or you have no ability to warm up your food or drink, those things are good, and you can make do and warm up your cup of tea and warm up sort of things. And I will do a video when I demonstrate how well those things work. Okay, I still mentioned the lantern. Again, it's kind of part of the heating, lighting kind of thing. The storm lantern here, and of course it's important because they only come with like a tiny, but this much of a wick, which not going to really last you a long time if you buy this for a long-term scenario. So buy the wicks like this that come in a roll. I think this was about 6 meters or something, and it was about £6 or £7. Again, things are going up in price, but it's worth having now, it's worth buying it now whilst you still can, whilst it's still fairly cheap. Okay, and I have bleach here. I do have, this is a citrus bleach, guys. It's no, you need to stock up on a normal bleach. We have normal commercial 5-litre bleaches that we have. I didn't want to put it up here. It's big, and it has to be non-scented bleach. It has to be the basic box standard bleach. And you use a couple of drops of bleach basically to purify water. I think you need about a couple of, it's conflicting information, between 2 to 8 drops of bleach into a gallon of water to purify the water, and then you can boil it. So here we are. So again, has to be non-citrus bleach, has to be normal bleach, okay? And the last thing, guys, I believe is the last one I've got, is seeds. They are literally irreplaceable. In the way the things are going, the seeds are the way forward if you want to kind of be, not say self-sufficient, but you want to be relying on yourself to produce yourself at least some of fresh, like salad or fruits or vegetables. And I take this like issue seriously. I have a garden. Our aim is to become as much self-sufficient as possible in the next couple of years. We have chickens, we build the raised beds, and the seeds is a really good thing to have. And I literally have boxes and boxes of seeds and flowers to be able to basically grow and flourish our garden. One thing, like we've had the debate before, guys, is the seeds have to be a non-GMO, and they have to be not a hybrid seeds. The hybrid seeds, although they will germinate, but not always. If you collect your own seeds from the hybrid variety of fruit or vegetable, they A, have a high failure rate, and B, if they have produced a plant, they will not be the same plant as what you planted. So the best thing is to have some heritage or non-GMO, non-hybrid varieties. And again, I have them separated. I've been growing in my garden for years. I have them separated in the type of vegetable and stuff, and I have a lot. So this is one thing, guys, I think many people probably lacking to have. So anyway, well, hopefully, guys, you find this helpful. I think I covered everything. Hopefully you find this helpful. Don't forget thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.